Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live streaming here. We're not going to be live for long, but we are celebrating Fortnite's 8th birthday. So we have our quests here, I believe. We should at least have. Yes, we have our birthday quests here. So the birthday battle bus has been enabled. So we can get, obviously, as usual, we get the happy birthday spray. We get the anniversary axe. And then, as always, we get the Slurpfinity, the birthday cake back bling. I believe on this account, I have the 7th. Do I not have the 7th? Huh. Thought I had the 7th birthday cake back bling, but I guess I don't. Alright. Here's Sandy. Oh, Storm Strike right away. Alright. Okay, where are these birthday cakes at? Oops, our chest. Sure. Okay. I'll take that. Okay, we'll take the chugs. Oh, the MK7. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, they did unvault a bunch of weapons, including the MK, obviously. They unvaulted the MK, they unvaulted the, oh, what's it called? The Frenzy Auto. I believe they also unvaulted the Hollow Twister. Obviously, Megazord. Oh boy. Oh crap! What? Yo again.
And today we're going to be covering the tropics and also the United States. We have a couple of tropical waves out here. This one right here actually looks a little bit more organized than it was yesterday. It's forecasted to be in this direction. now a 90% chance for the next 7 days of development with a 2-day chance of 50%. And we've got another tropical wave back over here. Seems a little bit further south than it was yesterday.
Coming back
Expected to
in.
track somewhat like this.
Hopefully we can find birthday cake. I really don't know where it is. Unless they have it on the OG map.
Hurricane Gabrielle out here in the Atlantic as well. And as you can see, she has strengthened to a Category 4 hurricane with 140 mile per hour winds and 165 mile per hour wind gusts, meaning that we are officially at the peak of Gabrielle. Thankfully, Gabrielle's going to be a fish going all the way until it gets over here. Would be a subtropical storm, but could bring some impacts to Spain. And back over in the United States, we are still watching this ejection of cooler air and wind evolve to eventually push into parts of Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, coming into Tennessee, then tomorrow back up over in this direction, bringing thunderstorms and the chances for severe weather all the way up into this region, into the southeast. And if you zoom all the way in and check out this little area right here, in the cities of like and subscribe, you can see that we do have an approaching complex of thunderstorms that we'll be also forecasting today.
Yeah, there's the Frenzy Auto.
Into Arkansas and parts of Oklahoma. So we'll be breaking all of that down in extreme detail for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's a little low pressure system coming into parts of Kansas, Oklahoma right now. There are some showers and thunderstorms associated on the eastern side of this. And if we come over to our upper level wind, all the way up into the 300 millibar, you can see where our drop is and where it's spreading apart of our wind vectors. This little flat looking things. You see this one's facing up to like the northeast. These ones are facing more down to the southeast. That's where a lot of our forcing is going to be, and most of our strongest storms are going to be along that boundary. Coming over to our 500 millibar winds, you can see that they're generally moving from west to northeast, meaning that we do have some pretty decent winds along 45 with this kind of wind at this height. It's a little bit on the weaker side. It's still strong enough just to hold some severe weather. And coming all the way down to the surface, you can also see range. Some winds pushing up into Oklahoma, and it's actually going to be pushing up into parts of Missouri and Arkansas, and that's where our tornado today is going to arise from. So I think across the board, this is pretty much the pattern that we're going to be dealing with. But we can look at other models to see what they are saying. This is the Euro model. You can see that it's kind of on the same page. GDPS as well, GFS as well, HWRF. HWRF V3 is a little bit more bullish on that lower level wind, so we've got to keep an eye out for that scenario. But generally, most of the models are saying the same thing. We're going to let you check. We have some lower level winds and some spinning at the surface, which means that there will be a rotation. I don't know what's you need. Nothing that you need is a lot of moisture in the atmosphere and heating.
Yeah, so, like I said, this isn't going to be like a long stream. We'll probably do that next week. There is a event scheduled for. So, first of all, OG, the cube is expected to melt into Loot Lake on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be live for that because, unfortunately, I will be working on Friday. So that will remain the one event that I miss.
Severe weather, so these storms are going to have no problem being severe. Look at some of our other models, you can see that there is a little bit of disagreement. Generally,
so Q melts into Loot Lake in OG on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. In normal VR, that monolith, which actually you can see it right up there in the distance, actually. Where is it? Oh, I'm actually nearby.
collapse rates will be above 6 degrees, and essentially this means no stronger updrafts can be. So our updrafts are too weak, so might struggle to mature. We really do need that maturity of the storm for these storms to be really calm, be able to tap into that shear environment where that lower level winds and those 500 millibar winds are mixing. So this could be a problem for today's severe weather. We'll be talking about why in just a little bit. The last thing I want to break down is our storm relative velocity. Now this just indicates just how much the winds are turning with height. And as you can see, we are talking about anywhere from around 200 to maybe even upwards to 400 relative velocity around where our storms will be firing. And typically when you're above 150, that means you have a environment where weaker tornadoes are possible, and then when you're up towards like 300 to 400, you're talking about the potential for stronger tornadoes if everything lines up just
Yes,
right.
but this is what the monolith here is for, the Daft Punk experience featuring The Weeknd. And there's actually a voice log here.
This monolith
as I push this forward,
is
you
a
can see
portal,
that over there into the northeastern
a window
quadrant
into
of
another time and
Arkansas.
place.
That's where most of our thunderstorms are
Pyramidal
really
wings.
wanting to fire by around 1 p.m. today, meaning that
So, Saturday is going to be a long day.
one of the things that immediately sticks out to me
Here,
is how clustered these storms
we
are.
have,
You can see that they're very close
if
together.
you're not a Minecraft fan, or if you've never played it, just want to apply. However, we have Minecraft Live happening at 1. We have the Daft Punk experience happening at 2. Have my little sister's senior day at 3. Balloons. Oh my gosh, yes.
That's going to be one of the fail modes as well. Really just depends on if our lapse rates are there at this time, as these could be weak updrafts as well. But generally, given the storm relative velocity that could be in this area, pretty volatile spin environment, meaning that these storms could be going and go for a little bit. I mean, starting off at around 1 p.m. over there in northeastern Arkansas and then extending into central Arkansas, and eventually we're going to see some thunderstorms extend all the way back into Texas. But again, these won't really be tornadic. Our main tornadic activity is going to be up here into the Arkansas area. By this time, by the time we get into around 7 p.m. today, you see this is more of a line segment, meaning we're probably going to be mainly dealing with some damaging winds at that point as these push down to the south and east, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Let's come back over to a little bit easier to see of a view here. You see right there, probably around Fayetteville and Springdale's when these things are going to get started near 1 p.m. By 3, we're going to have more storms south of Fayetteville near Fort Smith and Russellville. By 7 p.m., this is going to be dropping down towards like Conway, Hot Springs Village. Over there into the southeastern corner of Oklahoma, could see some severe weather down there. And then eventually, this is, you see how this is just mainly a big line, a big cluster of storms. So it could be a small tornado threat at this time, but it is around 10 p.m. We're really going to see that tornado threat drop off a cliff as that instability starts to wane, that daylight heating starts to wane. But still, some thunderstorms could be possible going all the way into 3 a.m. Now, if it's over here, look at the circle graphics here. You see that we do have a slight risk out here for Tulsa, Toledo, Fort Smith, Hot Springs, Conway, Jones, all over there near Kenny, Crystal. Marginal risk extending all the way from Lubbock into Nashville. It's not super elevated in terms of like super okay. Super strong damaging winds. There'll definitely be some strong storms in this area. One of the things that I think could be the most deadliest impact of this storm will be the tornado threat. It's not super elevated, but we do have a 5% chance of tornadoes up here near Claremore, Muskogee, Stigler, Toledo, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Springdale, Bella Vista, Russellville, Conway, and then around that we
Oh my gosh, I got the medallion.
also a little bit of a marginal risk over here near Roanoke, Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Trenton, and Harrisburg. No tornado threat up there. It's mainly going to be for wind, no hail. We go over to our future radar. We see that's mainly going to happen at around 4 or 5 p.m. as we get a little bit of a shortwave front, bring some a little bit of instability, the cooler air mixed with some warmer air. It's going to be enough instability to kind of push these storms into Baltimore and Washington with some severe potential, but mainly just going to be damaging wind. Now, if we go over into tomorrow's risk, we have an area pretty large at marginal risk, all the way from San Antonio, Plymouth, into Jackson, Birmingham, Huntsville, Nashville, some Cincinnati, Columbus, and Charleston. As of right now, there's no tornado threat. Damaging winds are going to be the primary threat here. 5% chance for some damaging winds. And the main reason why that is, at least for now, it does appear that our trough is really going to lose its organization going into tomorrow. There could be a cluster of thunderstorms that develops in southeastern Arkansas, going into Louisiana and Houston. Could see some thunderstorms. Maybe some of those could be severe. And then by the time we get into around the late night hours, we're talking around from 4 to about 1 a.m. Thunderstorms and instances of severe weather up here near Chattanooga, Harriman. The reason why this isn't much worse than what it is if we come over here to our 850 milliwatt winds, you can see that there's just not many. It's definitely been downgraded more and more as we get closer and closer to the storm. Our ejecting trough is all the way back over here, so kind of really pushing into the area where we do have some elevated lower level winds. So just kind of a missed timing of a lot of these storms. There is going to be enough instability to go around for really everybody that has a storm nearby them, so definitely got to keep an eye for some damaging winds. But that's going to be for tomorrow. Unless we see these models significantly change into tomorrow, I'll be keeping an eye on the page to let you know. Out over in the Atlantic, we are still monitoring these waves right now. And kind of the main story with these two we're going to be going over in our forecast here in just a little bit is whether or not one of these storms becomes dominant. We got this one over here and this one over here. So right now, the wave is a little bit further away from us, has probably a little bit of a better chance of making a turn to the north, but still some uncertainty does exist there. Most of our models are hinting at this storm right here having a better chance to develop, but there is no reason for these storms to be able to be like a tropical storm at the same time. So gotta keep an eye out for that, especially with this storm taking a little bit more of a southerly track. The south that goes, the higher chances this will have to make impact somewhere in the United States. And given how close these storms are going to be, I do want to preface this forecast by saying, like, this could be one of those really hard forecast ones for either one of these storms, because depending on how strong either one of them are, and you throw in the larger scale and spherical variability, it is possible that it's going to be kind of really hard to track these storms. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so look at the tropics. You can see that here's the GFS model. We do have one wave right here, another wave back over here. High pressure system over in the central Atlantic, which is helping steer Gabrielle away from us and towards Spain. And that low pressure over here in the United States as well. Looking at our humidity, you can see that there is a decent amount of moisture and our storms, as you can tell. This big old push of cooler air that's been
Are presidents enabled, or are they just an OG?
At the very least, is our wave that is further away, which I think is what the GFS is indicating here, is the one that takes dominant seat. It will likely interact with the trough that's going to be bringing the severe weather into the United States and kind of push it out to sea and away from us. There's plenty of moisture for this storm to try to develop, but with this storm kind of ejecting a little bit further to the south than some of our models have been saying, to push this back, you can see that slowly drifting a little bit further and further to the south. The more it does that, the more it's going to kind of affect the development of our storm. Now, if we go over to the Euro model, it is still split. You see it also shows a decent amount of moisture, maybe a little bit more dry air out there than the GFS. Also shows this low pressure trying to develop down here a little bit further to the south. It does show both of our storms trying to develop into some sort of tropical system, and maybe even the potential for both of them to be tropical storms at the same time. This one is going to be getting that sheer kind of a lot there, going to die off, maybe even kind of pull into North Carolina again as a subtropical storm, kind of like what we had last week. And then the Euro says that our storm out over in the ocean has a little bit better chance to develop. But come over to our shear environment. You can see that this low pressure system, our first wave that comes close to the United States.
I always take the XP. You guys know that if you know me. Especially because, like, I haven't really played on this account recently. I've been playing more on my Switch account, my original account.
So still more indications that the strongest storm that will form out here in the Atlantic will become official. And if you compare this to the GFS, the reason why this storm struggles more on the GFS than the Euro is because the wind shear that this storm produces, at least on this model, is a little bit more broad. That impacts our storm for longer.
Wait.
Less powerful until it starts to interact with that second trough, maybe becomes more of a subtropical.
Wait, Glasser.
A lot of moving parts in this forecast. A little interesting thing to note here from the Euro AI model is that it actually brings this low pressure system way further than the south than both of our models. You see
That's
it happens
all.
up there. It's going to develop while this storm, a little bit further to the east, makes the trip down the way generally they look at that. These have impacted just the right.
That's
The
bull
year
crap.
model brings our trough a lot quicker off to the north and east, and then sinks a high pressure system down at just the right time. It actually brings that more eastern wave into the Carolinas as potentially a strong tropical storm or maybe even a weak hurricane. Again, still not super confident on the AI models. You know, if we go back and see its different solutions over the past couple of days, you can see it was bringing this thing out as a fish storm pretty consistently, and then now all of a sudden it's saying, hey, oh, now I think it's going to be a United States impact. And it's differing again from our global models. So, you know, we're still about 180 hours out from this wave making impacts to the United States, so I'm still not, like, completely convinced in any of these
Alright,
scenarios.
I'll be back. Gotta run to the bathroom and probably grab a granola bar.
We do have to keep an eye on both of these guys. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about Gabrielle. And only time will tell, but we'll let you know.
Also gotta
Information comes out on these guys,
cancel my alarm that I set.
United States impacts. A lot of you guys might be wondering what might be coming
Alright, now I'll be back.
happens in the United States as it slowly ejects, then pushes off to the east. That's going to bring a lot of dry air in the country, which means after this trough moves through, we should have a period here, at least, for some quiet weather and some cooler temperatures. And as I continue to push this forward, you can see that I'm generally not really seeing many big systems. We're going to have this low pressure system potentially hang out for a little while, maybe some increased severe weather in the plains as we get to the 30th. And then as we go into the beginning of October, you can see that there's just really not much of anything until we get into about maybe the beginning of October. Could see some troughs try to eject into the upper plains. But man, if we come over here to the surface-based cape and see instability up there in October, that would be pretty weird. Yeah, there's no instability up there, so that's pretty normal. A little bit there as we go into the third, but again, this is pretty far out. Generally, it looks like it is going to be relatively quiet. There could be some smaller scale severe weather, though, into the central plains if there's enough instability. But again, instability is going to be battling to come back in as there's going to be a lot of dry air out there. Now, in terms of temperatures, the highs for today, so you can see that down in the southeast, still 80s and 90s. You see that little cold pool of air brought down by that trough is still sneaking in to a lot of the United States today. Going to be relatively cool and stormy out there for a lot of folks. And as I continue to push this forward, you see that cooler air still is forecasted to really push down here into the southeast, into Texas. Widespread 70s and 60s and 80s. Really not many places, you know, above 90 degrees except for in the southeast, South Texas, and also into the Pacific Southwest. As I continue to push this forward, you can see that that cool air kind of sticks around until about the 25th, where we're going to be seeing a warm up again. Also into the 26th as well. You can see 80s and maybe even 90s, making it all the way up into Minnesota, which is definitely abnormally hot up there. And then warming back up into the 60s and 70s and maybe low 80s the further off to the east you go. Pushing this forward a little bit further, you can see that because we don't have any major troughs come in and there's going to be kind of a high pressure system dominating this area, it's going to stay relatively warm for a lot of folks. So really not really seeing much changes to our forecast happening in a while. You know, until we get a bigger trough come in, we're just going to continue to see this heat stick around for a long time, potentially even getting up close to the 100-degree temperatures in October in South Dakota. Folks, that's not normal. Please don't try to convince yourself that it is. Yeah, that's going to be it for me, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video.
Chill or being calm. It's the old boys reunion. We're back. We've got, I would say, like a general concern storm that's already appeared, and
Great.
yeah, it's not going well. Ryan has joined. You know what? W. Ryan. I just teleported. Hello, Ryan. Can I help you? You teleported me to you.
Oh, shit. I really lied.
Are you kidding me?
Give this man some heavy machinery. Now.
There we go.
I've only ever picked up before, right?
This server is running like a Karen, by the way. Guys, I don't want to be that guy. First of all, Cookie's running away. This is not great. All right, no, man.
I need some wood so we have a house before this thing hits.
Yeah, I'll start chopping wood with you too.
Stop running out to the ground!
What are you doing? I was telling the truth yesterday. I don't care if I lose my valedictorian. I'm gonna prove that I really like you.
Are you serious?
Yes. Please don't laugh at me. I'm feeling very exposed with my skinny legs.
I like your legs.
You do? your smile, and the way you roll your beautiful brown eyes when someone gets an answer wrong.
I don't understand what's going on.
Why isn't he running? We spent $1,200 on a Skype session with Usain Bolt.
I feel like we're about to kiss. We're about to kiss, kiss.
Oh my God, they're kissing.
Sanjay, what are you doing? Get away from her!
Oh, so cute.
He seems quite skilled at it. Okay, that's enough. I think we can.
Alright.
This is not good.
So we're going to go into OG, I guess, and try and find these cakes. They're
Some really awesome characters, even just loading screens and stuff like this, I really appreciate it. But arguably one of the most impressive Fortnite storyline things that Fortnite painted is this profile of Fortnite. There's so many Fortnites in the story, chapter 1 and 2, and also teasers from chapter 6 story. Genuinely, just the attention to detail of this thing, all the secrets within it is. Let's get started with who made this world, what was it, set name alongside
so the cube is making its way to its, I believe, final rune, unless there's one more. Okay, so obviously
which then created it's also interesting to note that connected to this photo, two images
6, 7, 8,
it seems like the OXR
8 pieces of birthday cake.
It's also fascinating that this image is connected to a rift. Being the OXR trying to figure out if this crack in the sky is the same sort of thing or if it's something more, which to be fair, I don't really know. But here's something I did notice. The triggerfish skin, interestingly, tombstone. That's when these husks in the midst of this war with the cubes. And he was also in this season's cinematic fighting off the Bucks. So the OXR probably want to know, what does he know about those cubes? Also going back to the cube cradle portal being connected to the photo of the rift, there's an interesting pattern that we can draw from, which is that every time the Last Reality come to the island, they never create their own rifts to get there. The first time in Chapter 1, Season 6, Kevin the Cube came through a rift that the visitor already created using his rocket. The second time they came to the island was in Chapter 2, Season 7. They were drawn to the island by the Spire, and that's how they knew where it was, and they came here in a mothership. And then in Chapter 2, Season 8, they actually broke part of the bubble so the cube cradle could access the island, and the fleet could access the island. But it's interesting that the OXI is comparing this crack and rifts because the Dark Presence has its hands on a Zero Shard right now and is using it to send bugs to the island directly through 0 point portals. So it's certainly a fascinating concept to be studying for sure. Okay, so we've been through a lot, and that's not even the full board. That's just the left half. The first thing that we see in the
Here we go. Juice has changed a lot. So teasing is out. I'll put the little pictures beside him and say, oh, it's louder. And then, of course, you got 999 and all the Juice World, an official teaser. Joint event. Oh my god, beginning soon. Sensitivity warning.
New Fortnite update on Thursday.
Fast forward thing, like rewind, but fast forward. Oh, what does it do? You can interact. It shows you the new Chapter 5 trailer. That one's fast forward. This one's rewind. It's showing OG Fortnite that's coming on December 6th. And the fast forward is the Chapter 6 trailer. Okay, look inside the dog pound. There's a mic, my chat's saying. Oh, I see it. Dog's gonna go in. He's
Okay, apparently the MK7, the Frenzy Auto, and the Hollow Twister have been vaulted in normal BR.
Hey, remember the agency event where the water was surrounded the agency that was Chapter 2, it's flashing! It's flashing! I'm excited to react to another event with you. I'm excited! It's the history history in the making! Beginning soon. Sirens? No. Is he gonna come out of the live? Lightning! Did you see that?
Yeah. The lightning everywhere else.
Why is it like a movie?
There's water. Way behind. A rocket. Is that a rocket?
It's doing the agency event again, Sancho! It's the same thing that happened! It's you- It's gonna go up. Rising!
Hey!
Last one! Last one! He's gonna come out from the building. It's coming! Wait! Is that an aura connecting with all the nodes? Oh, that's Mike! Who's got Mike?
This dog's gonna be massive.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna get blasted back, Sancho! Like the trailer! Yes! This is like Travis Scott! Yeah, like it's hot! Drop it like it's hot! Look at the bonus behind us! Oh my gosh! Get attitude!
He's right next to me, Nick.
Sick, bro! Oh, we go inside mode!
Yeah. What? They got the shoulders in the front.
I hate the freaking burst.
Yes! Whoa! Yo!
I hate the freaking burst rifle. I don't know what they did to it, but it's awful.
It's like Ariana Grande bouncing around. Astro World vibes, bro. Nikki 30 Funland right here. That was nice. Look at everybody bouncing around. It's cool you can turn to their right. Focus. Wait, you get choked. Great choke. I didn't know that. It's like you're in a Grande. Yeah, they had a second chance. Make it right, Sancho. Yes, Bex can be chooses. It's like they redeem themselves. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back. We're getting swept up I can't, bro. Make believe. Wait, how do I get over there? Stay with me. I'm in the air. Where are you, Sancho? Just right up in the air. See something is make believe. Now you can see what you'll be. Do I really have a shot at a free?
Okay, really?
Like, comment, and subscribe. She's saying the likes.
Hey, that's why they think he begged me to stay. They are not staying, I just wanna play. Ain't no party, you just wanna
Spice to be alive. This reminds me of like Eminem's concert, the old one. Like same colors.
I can see
Leave.
Get a good chunk of wood out of those.
This is insane. Everyone's just looking.
Get a decent chunk of. Okay, I thought that was the guy. Now, give me the grenades. I do not want that piece of junk in my inventory.
Deuce it back. Yo.
You can tell me this on Deuce now.
Yeah.
This is so cool. You can only do this in Fortnite, like they it's like Dragon Ball Z kind of vibe too. It's like when Travis landed at the first event. We're getting sucked in.
Yo.
Lucid dreams. Everyone's running.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big bass drop. The butterfly.
Oh, I had it in my hand. It's on my finger.
Yeah.
You got balloons in there. Take them over the grenades.
Don't you look down. Look down. We are so high. It's the highest I've ever been.
Yeah. Dude, he's so far out in the water, too.
It's actually a banger song. I love it.
Okay.
We're just up here.
Dude, we are. Are we going to another island?
I don't know. I don't see you. Are you another butterfly up in the sky? I just ripped it.
Yeah, we're somewhere.
Balloons? It stinks.
I just turned my skin.
Go towards the light, Nicholas.
Can you move? I can't move.
I'm just flying like light.
Yeah. Oh, there's some people. Oh, the butterflies turned into people. Okay.
No, it's Jonesy. There's Jonesy. The other people.
Oh, and home. Sorry.
Here we go.
There we go.
No, the music, dude. Listen to the music.
Is that his new song? This is from the
He's a punk.
That's the thing we saw. Is this a new map? Oh, this is a team new map. Wait. 10 seconds, exit or keep dreaming with choose. You're gonna click it, you wanna do 3, 2, 1? Yeah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, clock screen. Ooh. Oh, it's a trailer. Hey, it's a music video. Yeah, song. It's a Fortnite music video, Sancho. That's great. Dude, that's how you do a Fortnite movie one day, dude. This is sick. Original. That's cool that they can do this inside, man. Keep the dream alive, you know? Full ammo. Whiplash. Yeah, Whiplash. So it looks like a Miles Morales movie, like it's 24 FPS, like, you know what I mean? Those animated films. Definitely on that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Miles. Yeah. That was Miles Morales. Yeah. Was he a fan of Spider-Man? Like Spider-Man. That'd be a sick random map. Number 6 too, kind of like teasing it. Yo, that's kind of sick, dude. Yeah, I was really over it. Making 90s. Making a sky base. Nice. That's crazy. With the butterflies. Oh, that's so sad. And it's Juice WRLD forever. Don't cry. That was great. I want to change the world. Jared and P. Higgins. Wow, W Fortnite for doing that.
Pretty,
Wow. Yeah.
pretty cool. I hope people click that button.
Wait, what happens? Do you want to click it again? Do you want to 3, 2, 1? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, yeah, play this so we can exit. Okay, so November 30th, it started at around like 2 million players, and then it just goes up and up and up. And then the peak right before the event. Okay, it's still going up. 3 million players, guys. This is an all-time peak. We literally just witnessed history in Fortnite. So what do you Yeah, it made it Fortnite-a-thon, which I like. It wasn't just a concert. You can tell they really put a lot of time into that. And I'm a big Eminem fan.
That'd be a sick skin, him in the mech outfit.
Another edit style. He needs another icon skin. We're looking like ready. Okay, so where do you rank this? Travis Scott definitely does give bonus points. Yeah, mine you get the time stuff. But I still would rank this number 1. Eminem is my favorite rapper of all time. So to see him perform in the way that they incorporated Fortnite into it, that gets number 1. And I'd say number 2, Travis Scott. 3, Ariana Grande. You know the craziest thing, Sancho? We just experienced that, and now we get a brand new chapter to roll up.
Go on. Give me a present.
Chapter 6. We also just launched a brand new creative master mini game.
Give me a present. No! Oh, crap.
You know, guys, and don't forget about our brand new book, guys. You can pre-order right now, link in the description. And if you guys want to support me in the new Chapter 6 Battle Pass, go Nick830, no spaces, please. And thank you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and keep on being awesome. And I will see you all next Monday.
main menu too. I didn't realize that. Got a countdown timer. They did change the lobby, guys. There's music now, different cars, and Lego pieces. There's a Lego piece. 11 days. 10 days. 9 days until the Fortnite event. 8 days left. 7 days. 6 days. I'm doing this for me. Can't keep living this. I feel like the king. I think you're the king. I'm the king. Hey, everyone who's not an Eminem fan, I repeat, you need to click off the stream right now. It's about to get crazy. The real 30, are you gonna make it 30? Just being to 30 so hard. The real make it 30, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Wait, what?
Really? Why am I getting triple T?
Yeah. That's the closest mountain.
Where's that?
Dude, the reverse ready. 23 minutes. Should we get closer, guys? What do you think? Like, this would be a good view. I like this view. Yeah. The only thing is, though, when it starts, I want to touch him. I want to touch him in him. It's like, aim outside, aim outside. It's onto the rocket, it automatically turns. And it rips you. It just okay. Now I'm going to try it. Wait, really? You just run into the. Oh, it does. Yeah. Yeah, this is a terrible view though. Like at the meteor, it's so far, guys. The view when you're coming from the northeast part of the map, you see the meteor, the rocket. It looks amazing. 13 minutes, bro. 13 freaking minutes. You're officially at the 10-minute mark. Can I tell you something? Yeah. This is a little bit of like I'm just excited, but on YouTube and Twitch combined, there are 120,000 people watching right now. Your channel? My channel, yeah. Nice. That's crazy. Thank you guys. Like the OG days. I remember streaming back in 2019, like the Marshmallow concert. I broke my own personal record of like 110,000 concurrent viewers. So I feel like we might break it today. Thank you guys. Thank you, team. 5 minutes. What if he comes out of the meteor? What if it implodes? He comes out of there. He's been in there the whole time. Real? 3 minutes. Hey, guys, 14 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh no. The rocket's gonna go. Yes. Look at the rockets. It's rockets. It's getting deployed. No way. Okay, so same thing as before, guys. Same thing as season X. Yeah, okay, I do remember this. Okay. Wait, I'm not berserk. Dude, this is get back in. Wait, no pressure. Where'd that come from? What's this? Wait, the meteors. The meteor. What's going on? This rift all the meteors. I see it. It's right. Go there.
Oh, it's been a long week. And again, though, I get Saturday and Sunday off, so. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here, guys. That's an idiot. What the frick?
I'm missing. Are you guys hitting it? I'm missing. It's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm game. Oh, we gotta mash. Gotta mash. Gotta mash. Oh, it's changing the thing. It's changing the thing. It is. Whoa. I experienced that before. You guys did too. Now we're in the concert, boys. Bye. See you next year. And it keeps on going, baby. It keeps on going. It's the start of Fortnite. It's the challenge music. Oh my god, we have to wait 2 days to watch it. Oh my god. See you later, everybody. The music's gonna start. Lakers! Lakers! Wait, what is going on? Look at the graphics! Legos and the Lego. It's the Lego game. Like, look at the skeleton.
Cool. Okay, so we'll probably end up ending this stream in like 20 minutes here. That way I have some personal time to relax. Also, if you want to see like any like GeoGuessr on the channel, let me know. Because I do want to extend like the range of like videos that I can do. Huh. A piece of the meteorite is still in here. I don't know. I can't remember if that stays throughout.
It's like Minecraft with Legos, dude.
Still can't break that, which is interesting.
That's you. Do you answer the Local Master next week? I know you guys are both Yo, the skins are fire. I can't believe this is Fortnite.
And the barrel.
Hey, the win was worth it, eh, guys?
This is a. I'm having a lot more fun playing OG than doing normal BR. Not sure if it's just like the nostalgia or what. But we have an official Unreal Engine 6 teaser. UEFN Inverse will be fully integrated into the main engine once Unreal 6 is released. Still likely a long time away, though. So, yeah. If you do anything with UEFN, be on the lookout for UEFN 6 coming soon. I told you guys how back in like the OG days that Snobby was my original drop spot, right? Now you can hear me. Yeah, the Snobby Shores was one of my original drop spots back in the day. Okay, and that's lagging out. That's great. Also, a reminder, there is a live event in OG this Friday involving the Cube. I unfortunately will not be live as I do have work that day. So, the Cube melting into Elite Eight will being the only event that I'm not able to watch live. I'll see. I might be able to. Really depends.
I mean, there's like the effects that Eminem were in scene 2, like the fire from his mouth, like the way he was synced up to what he was saying. So I'm sure it's with the W. I have like different favorites though, but like that was a clean choice. I'll take it right to the point. I want to yeah, good, but like that you can't deny that was fantastic. Guys, do I press ready? It's gonna be 14 seconds, so we're ready. I see that. Nick, you were at 262. Okay. Twitch. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Just remember, the Cube looked more wrecked.
That's what you guys were saying. That would have been nice if he popped up in the beginning. Imagine they were like not afraid.
So I believe that the next rune is like right here.
7.5. I think it didn't lean into
It's somewhere around here. I know that for sure. I just don't know where around here it
and I just
is.
wish Eminem guided us through it, and like music was like you would have liked to see like how we got teleported with Travis Scott above the mountain, and then we actually maybe go to that mountain. Maybe a couple more songs would have solved that, right? It would have made it like a 9 for you. Like let me hang out with him more. Go to a different concert. Instead, it was like here's the 3 things that we have coming up next chapter, and here's like 1 song, 2 songs. Okay, but we get all 3 versus no longer video game that's doing stuff like this. These individuals in the class, like you know what I mean? Like we'd never ever get this experience elsewhere, so we have to like give that extra bonus points in that regard, right? That's why I would give it a 9. The takeaway that I would say leading into the fact that like, hey, we're on this map, let's use those elements instead of like its own creative area. You know what I mean? Like they kind of did that with Area 9 where you get teleported to another area. So it was
Come on, present.
Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, like for each song, and then we land.
Thermal scope? Really?
This is what Lego tweeted, guys. No way.
I mean, I'll take a... Hey, they fixed it.
After many months, well, 1 month to be exact, of waiting for a brand new map, because OG Fortnite was fantastic. Man, I love new Fortnite. I am ready to experience Fortnite Battle Royale Chapter 5. Here we go. I haven't seen Italy. A train! That's crazy.
Hey,
Whoa, he's got a beard. He got old. The bunker! Is this where he turns into Bunker Jonesy?
they're bush off?
The banana smoothie! What in the modern gear is that? No! It's like a modern citadel. The bridge at the train. Turn the train. Oh, it looks so good in first person. We are climbing.
Well, I got the birthday cake.
Are you freaking kidding? I swear. What did he just do? He just threw the big ball. He's moving. He didn't pop the big ball. Metal Gear.
Okay, with that being said, guys, that's where I'm going to call the stream. That way I have time to relax and all of that.
On the wall near the end of the trailer. Are you serious right now?
So thank you all so much for watching. We'll be live again on Saturday
What it means to be family friendly, guys. This is what it means for them to restrict certain skins.
for the Daft Punk experience.
Nintendo, if this is the direction Fortnite's heading, so that's gonna be wrapped in the video team.
So, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, guys, peace out.
I love it. I have so much fun.